to the blockchain breeze. He's live every day, decode the mazes. JJ's cryptic corner, where the coins keep turning. Log in now, the future's burning. JJ's cryptic corner, JJ's cryptic corner. Pixels glow, charts flow, crypto whispers, secrets show. He cracks the code on this winding road. JJ's cryptic corner. JJ's cryptic corner. JJ's cryptic corner. JJ's cryptic corner. JJ's cryptic. Tune in, lean back, grab your coffee, hit the track. JJ's live, don't be late. Cryptic wisdom, seal your fate. JJ's cryptic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Sunday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, market is a little bit confusing today, but not necessarily in a bad way. Hey, what's going on, guys? We are still in the bunker. I'm a little bit out of breath. I got a little bit of gas. I've got to do my workout before the stream. I was trying to get it in during the intro song. Turns out the intro song's not that long. Anyways, Bitcoin, $66,524.80. A little bit green since the close, but gold and silver are the main show stealers this evening. Gold up 1.39%, breaking out $5,352. I can't read. I need to slow down. Slow down. It's okay. Silver's up 0.65%, currently trading at 94.36. Is silver going to get above 100? It does look like that's where we're heading. We are overbought at the moment, but nothing too crazy. Stock futures are open as well. Nasdaq down, S&P down. A little bit of uncertainty. I guess the S&P is not down. Or maybe a gap down. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But we'll see. Tomorrow, we get the ISM PMI print, which is going to be an exciting one. If we come in above our previous level, it's going to be crazy bullish. If we come in below that, but above 50, I don't know if it's going to be maybe a nothing burger, maybe a little bit of a sell-off. We'll have to wait and see what happens. As of right now, though, Bitcoin chilling. The fractal's still intact. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. I'm not going to lie. Talking for 12 hours yesterday has fumbled my voice a little bit. My throat's a little jacked up. But I feel pretty good. I woke up a little swollen feeling, I think. I got up and I was like, Gourmet said, I'm pretty sure oil is probably pumping. That's probably true. Anyways, 12 hour, get a little zoom action here. Bitcoin, 66,879. You know what I have to do before I do any of this? I got to delete all this old stuff. Let's put this one, 66,879. Let's do that. I like that. Okay. And then we'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of these two. And we'll put number 2 in up top. I'll go right here. 69,017. And then the bottom, let's go here. I'm going to do 3 down here. 65,918. 65,918. Appreciate you guys for being with me on this lovely Sunday evening. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way in. I'll just do 2. We'll go 63,994. Okay. So that's our little range at the moment. It is Sunday evening, so not expecting anything to be stuck. What's nice is we got a bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI yesterday, and today we seem to be bouncing off of that same moving average, which is very exciting. Tomorrow? Nope, Tuesday. Tuesday is the supposed blood moon that is allegedly going to lead to Bitcoin plummeting. And based on charts and stuff, there's evidence that it has some kind of a negative effect on the market, a pretty big negative effect on the market. So we'll see if that comes true or not. What would be crazy is if it didn't, because everyone's expecting it to. So, oh, we got to do a poll before we go any further. Ooh.
What's up, JJ?
What's up?
Celebratory hands in the air emoji.
Let's go. What's up, big dog? Appreciate you. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. I gotta reply to all of them just because I can. One sec. Very cool, big dog. Very cool. Appreciate you, my friend. Let's get a poll. I got a poll. Okay, I'm gonna do like a topical poll, and then we're gonna do one that's completely unrelated to finance at all. But I'm excited for that one. Where are you hiding from the volatility today? Let's see. Gold and silver buying the stock dip. Holding Bitcoin or sitting in cash. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the poll in the chat. Where are you hiding from the volatility today? Gold and silver, buying the stock dip, holding Bitcoin, or sitting in cash? Let me know what you think. Once again, we are broadcasting live from the bunker as we may or may not be entering World War III 2.0, World War III Tokyo Drift. This is the 8th World War III we've experienced in the past decade. Pretty crazy stuff. Bitcoin, 66,538 and 59 cents. We might liquidate some bears up there. Dominance, 58.61. We're still continuing to bounce off of 58.50. Let's see if that continues to the upside. It's interesting to see dominance remain so flat. Like there's definitely a story behind this, I think. Even if that story is just a lack of liquidity, there's definitely something more going on than what I'm familiar with. I don't know if I've ever seen not only Bitcoin this flat, but dominance kind of maintain that same structure. Like this is crazy for Bitcoin. But just this, what is this? Past week for February? That's insane. Gourmet Brand said, can you put a blue line for Mercury retrograde ending March 20th? Yes, I absolutely can. Mercury retrograde March 20th. Okay, that's a lot farther than I was expecting. March 20th. How about I'm going to make it Mercury colored? Is that an option? What color is Mercury? Isn't it like orange? No? Mercury color. Oh, it's like a blue-green. Wow.
Fart coin to the moon, double exclamation mark emoji, rolling on the floor laughing emoji, rolling on the floor laughing emoji, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Let's go. We do like a good fart coin. Appreciate you, big dog. Okay, Mercury retrograde, March 20th. I gotta add some text here. How do I do that? Right there? Yeah. All right, let's see what that gives to us. We got kind of like a galaxy blue green almost. I'm gonna go with the. Nope, that's for the text. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, okay. Bam. Is that the color that I picked? Yeah, let's go with that one. Okay, so we got a little ways away to go for that. 20 days, it seems. Gourmet Brand said, just for shits and giggles, I wonder if those theories really hold weight. I'm not entirely sure. I've seen mixed bag. The chart is iffy. I've definitely noticed when people mention it and we get a huge dump and they're like, today's a full moon or some crazy stuff. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. But the chart looks sloppy to me. And then they move the goalpost a little bit. They add like a little barrier around it. They're like, well, the dump usually happens a little bit before or a little bit after the full moon, and the pump usually happens a little bit before or a little bit after the new moon. And when you look at the chart, you're kind of like, does it? I don't think so. But the blood moon is like, that's like a rare Pokemon card moon. So maybe that one has special powers. I do believe in astrology. I just don't know if it affects the charts. I think if anything, it would affect the psychology of the person. You know, the moon moves the water, and we're made up of whatever percent water, so it makes sense that maybe the moon would move us. And maybe if it's like a new moon or a full moon and the tides are shifting, whatever, somebody looks at the chart and they're like, I'm pissed off, and they sell. I don't know. Who am I to say? You know, I'm hardly a carpenter. Expect me to be some kind of astrologist and biologist? Dude, I'm pretty sure the way that was set up, it specifically frequently said JJ Askay, which is messed up. That's crazy, Tyler. You know, when we reach the proper level of woke, I think we'll all be able to sue YouTube for allowing this to even happen via super chat. Tyler was not trying to say anything about me being ass gay. He was just, this is like an inside joke. You know, it has nothing to do with sexuality or ass. But for some reason, the speech to text read it that way, and I'm offended. And I think I'm owed a couple $1 million in emotional damages. How to slip and fall. How to slip and fall 101. Thank you very much, Mr. Tyler. Appreciate you, my friend. 88 Metals Mania. Oh wait, hold on. Tyler said I makes me so upset I can't send dirty super chats anymore. There you go. You fixed it. I actually don't know why it wasn't working before. Why was it not working? That was just a test. 88 Metals Mania said, yo, what's going on, 88 Metals Mania? Appreciate you guys. Anyone that didn't tune in yesterday, I'm just kidding. 12-hour live stream was epic. It was pretty fun. I appreciate you guys. Okay, ETH up 1.23% on the day, currently trading at $1,963.78. We didn't hold 2K, which is sad. But here's my here comes the copium. Are you guys ready? Maximum cope. We need like what's the thing called? Oh shoot, what's the thing called that you spray in the person's nose? Naloxone?
JJ Lixtix 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 JJ Gay.
Should I have it appear over my face? That'd be kind of funny. Because it would look like me. Is that dumb? I think that's kind of funny. All right, I'm going to move it back. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. Okay. I forgot what I was even saying. Oh, yes, the copium. You guys need some kind of something that you can spray up your nose just so you don't overdose on cope. But I don't remember what that's called. So we're just going to talk about the triangle and the green candle that we're currently experiencing. The consolidation leading to a potential explosion to the upside. With that, we have a bullish cross over the moving average in the RSI and a potential bounce, holding it as support, using it as a springboard. We'll see what plays out with that. I'm liking what I'm seeing, though. RSI, beautiful. Solana's up 2.25%, continuing to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is very nice. Again, bullish cross over the moving average, bounce off that moving average on the RSI. Same thing kind of happening right here with 82.47. What was 82.47, you ask? I think it was like just the middle, like the skewer, if you will, of this price kebab that was been just the most sideways nonsense ever. This is the first time we're really getting a bounce off of it since February 9th. So we might have something here. We might have something here. I could probably also try to bull sell you like a flag here as well. I don't know. Smaller time frame. Probably looks crazy. So we'll see what turns out with that as well. Volume looks decent. We got Monday open. I think the most compelling thing so far for Monday is the possibility, the idea of a bullish ISM print. And we have the Chicago We have the Chicago PMI. Came in last time, we got 54. This time we got 57.7.
JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Gay JJ Lixtix JJ Gay Gay.
Yeah, I gotta limit that. I gotta limit how many characters you can do. Oh no, I think you can pay for more when you pay for a bigger super chat. You bastard. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. 88 Metals Mania said that oil though. Oil in the 70s currently. I don't know what that means. How do I look that up? I'm waiting for another one to show up. Fucker. Oil India, oil futures. Nope, that's not the right one. Oil. I'm sure there's a specific ticker for that. Permex Petroleum. No. 381. Remember when oil went negative? That was crazy. Everyone was like, you get paid to take in barrels of oil. What do I do? What do I do to pull up the oil? There's no way it's not just the word oil. Am I crazy? Why would it be anything but the word oil? That's silly. Stock market's weird, man. How many points is it up? Tyler said, ha 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 ha. I held that in so long. The dicks? I don't think you're supposed to hold that in. It's concerning. Anyways, ISM manufacturing PMI came in 47.9, and then that spike in January, 52.6. We're about to get February's print tomorrow, March 1st, or March 2nd, technically. The market's not open right now, so we don't get anything today. But tomorrow, we're going to get February's print. If it comes in above 50, it's still an expansion. But if it comes in above 52.6, it's even better. Way better. Above 52.6, we will be in like super duper mega expansion, which we really like. I like Bitcoin going up a lot today. It's $67,005 right now. If it continues this trajectory, very cool. We thoroughly enjoy that. Is there news? This leads me to think that there's news. We talked about Solana looking good. Total freeze up 1% on the day. Currently trading at 705.83. Can we break above 711? It seems like we're finding some resistance here. Tyler said, okay, I got to go watching The Night Agent with the wife. Just wanted to drop in. I appreciate you, Mr. Tyler. Cheers, my friend. Happy Sunday. Enjoy time with the wife. Happy wife, happy life. Delicious. Okay. Now that everybody knows I licks dicks and is gay, let's move on. Thanks again, Tyler. Total 3 looks great. Let's get above 711. We're holding above 700, though. I want to stay above 700. We kind of had a little fake out right here, and I don't like that. So let's get above it and stay above it. We're getting a bounce off of our moving average. ADA's up 2.49%. Looking good. Currently trading at 28.01. Another consolidation situation going on here. You can clearly see it. So let's get that break above and continuation of the upside. RSI doing the same thing as everything else. And our momentum wave on market ciphers kind of squeezed in the middle on everything as well. Midnight's up 1.06%. Currently trading at 0.0579. Not really anything going on with this. This thing got like a little prematurely bullish back here, I'm saying, around Valentine's Day, and then it just kind of maintained this range in between 5 and 6, so, or 5.4 and 6.4. So let's see if we can get above 6 and break that 6.4 resistance and continue to the upside. It does look like we're maybe establishing some kind of bottom here. That's what we want to see. Climb out of that. XRP is up 1.6% on the day. A lot of lines on here. Wow. Bounce off of 139 support. That was previous support back here. It's pretty relevant. Pretty relevant line on the chart at the moment. Let's get above 140. It's going to be psychological. And then 150 is big psychological level. We tried to get above it here. Looks like we rejected, where did we reject? 165. And got back below 150, traded below it, rejected twice, and now we're kind of consolidating. And I don't know, seeing if we can hold 134. Billy said, yo, yo, yo. JJ, I almost thought you screwed us. I didn't think you were coming on tonight. How come? Philly, I've been on every single day since like September of 2024. Why would I stop now? It would have to be a monumentous day, or there would have to be some crazy shit going on, or for me to not show up. Billy said, Tyler, he does seem a wee bit gay. I was raised by women. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. I do have some apple juice, though. I'm going to drink some of my apple juice. The apple juice has nothing to do with my sexuality. Now, if it was eggplant juice, that would be concerning. He said, in cash, but I have no cash. Ah, me too. I'm not very liquid. That's the meme. I'm not very liquid at the moment. We got 4 votes, guys. Direct your attention to the poll in the chat. We got 11 people watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. XRP, like I said, bounce off 134. Let's get above 145 or 140 and then 150. Psychological levels. H-bar, curing cancer again. Get above 10 cents. That'll be more exciting. We got some big movers today. SWE, still dancing around 90. Let's get above, stay above 90 and see if we can get above $1 next. Yeah, it's just kind of, see, I want to say it's consolidating, but it also kind of looks like it's starting to lose some support here. I don't want to see it go like limp dick Canadian cigarette. God damn you, Tyler. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Fahid said, what is this? 4 likes. Come on, everyone. Like the stream. It's hard to read the emoji as the word like sometimes. Anyways, let me let me read that. Let me get back into the scene. Let me reread it as Fahid. What is this? 4 likes? Come on, everyone. Like the stream. That's how I imagine Fahid would have said that. You know what would be cool is if you could do a voice thing. Oh, I guess you can. You can super chat. But if, like, you could record your own? No, because then I guess people would say things that they couldn't really control. Billy said, LMAO, seems it's JJ's gay day. It depends on how much money Tyler wants to get. I'm going to pretend I didn't say that. He's lucky. He even got the 4 likes. Damn. Anyways, Swede's up 2.72%. Let's stay above 90 and get above $1. Ondo's up 2.18, looking good, consolidating, holding up a little bit better than Swede, it seems, on the longer term time frame. Arrow up 2.9. Arrow has been kind of curling to the upside, which is what we kind of want. So let's see if we can get above 40 here, and then start trading in the bone zone. Stellar's up 1.88. Polkadot again turning heads, up 3.65. This thing somehow pumped. What did it pump? 25-30%, and has maintained that pump level, which is very exciting. So look for Polkadot. We were talking on the stream yesterday about yield-bearing altcoins versus yield-bearing stablecoins. And since they're basically making stablecoin yield illegal, the yield-bearing... Oh, Tyler said $20, $20. The wife is going to be mad. Gotta go, friends. Take it easy, Mr. Tyler. Cheers. The yield-bearing altcoins are probably going to start to do better than they have been doing, just because of the ban on stablecoin yield. People still want yield. So if banks are going to get involved, maybe they'll take advantage of DeFi yield, and they'll figure out a way to do it safely. Or they'll just launch their own stuff and do it that way. But regardless, that's going to make the products more popular. Gosh, my beard feels really nice. Bottom line, let's see where we end up. It's exciting. We're in exciting times, I think. Avalanche up 1.22%, $9.15. We're above 9. Let's break 950. I'm going to say 950 right now. It's going to be the next target. Oh my gosh, I nailed that. That was a complete accident. Let's break above 950, and then obviously 10 is going to be huge. I nailed that as well. That's so nice. Fahid said, the whole ending stablecoin rewards is ridiculous, but I guess you're right about the other token yield. So it was not me. I'm not going to take credit, but I don't remember who it was. Somebody in the chat during the 12-hour live stream suggested we looked into yield-bearing altcoins. And people like high yield, and altcoins offer high yield. Pools offer high yield, and DeFi offers high yield. Stablecoins right now offer relatively decent to high yield. If they do ban that, then yield-bearing altcoins are probably going to do very well. That includes Ethereum with staking. That includes Cardano. I believe Solana is a staking coin. What else? I don't know about XRP. I don't think XRP is. Maybe it is though. Polkadot for sure. Is that it? I think Atom maybe has high yield. Don't quote me on this. You guys got to look into it yourself. Crypto Spaces said, good night, chat. How you doing, my friend? Gourmet said, what does March look like historically for Bitcoin red green? Let's actually go take a look. Bitcoin monthly returns. CoinGlass. Bam. Monthly returns for March on average is up 11.28. Last two have been red. We have 4 green in a row. Red, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red in a row from 2014 to 2018. So it's possible that we get that, unfortunately. I think the big tell for me is we've had 3, 4, 5 red months in a row so far. And the biggest streak we've had is 6. And I think that was this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we looked at this during the 12-hour last night as well. From January 2017 to August 2018, we were red. Incredibly red at that. So 2017 to 2018 bear market, I'm going to call it. We got 2025 to 2026 bear market. If March is red, then April, May, June should be green, especially based on, we asked Grok about seasonal returns last night. And the stock market traditionally enjoys the springtime the most. I thought it was going to be winter, but it's actually spring. Summer is the only negative season when it comes to investing. Nobody invests in the summer. Or if they do, they're investing in shorts or something. So, historically, we got green for sure. Most recently, last 2025 March was red, but before that, it was a solid chunk of green. 2018, 19, 6 months, not 2017. No, it's 2017, January. Oh, hang on. Yep, you're right. Damn, that's embarrassing. August. Yeah, wow. Wow. August 2018 to January 2019 was the red. Thank you, Fahid. I would have not acknowledged that at all. Wow. So, I apparently don't know how calendars work. August 2019, or August 2018 to January 2019 was red. And it started off pretty harsh. That's crazy, man. Imagine being minus 18, minus 14, and then you're like plus 20, yay, bull market, and then it goes nope for the remainder of time. Jeez, that's crazy. It went straight from plus 20 to minus 9 as well. I guess the price maybe was a psychological impact too. Crypto Spaces said, I am making money way too slow. I will make money. I will make more money super fast and keep it. Hell yeah, Crypto Spaces. Fahid said, we had like 4 straight red months, right? So maybe one more red, but I expect a green month, March or April, I guess. Okay, so here's where it gets crazy, Fahid. For some reason, this part I read incorrectly. Instead of going like this, I went from 2017 January, apparently just jumped all the way to August in 2018. But I did read this part correctly. 2025, October, we started red. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. And March right now, if this turns red, that would be a 6-month streak as well. So we have had 5. We have had 5 red months in a row. March would be number 6. If March closes red, then March will be number 6, and we will be tied for the record. The amount we've gone down might be more. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't know. See, November, we got a minus 36%. That's crazy. So we'd have to add them all up and do the math. A lot of red months during Trump's 2 admin, I notice. That is quite a coincidence, isn't it? Yeah. See, people prefer the cypherpunk crypto. They don't like the crypto that the banks are like fondling, you know? Because at that point, it's just another product. It sucks. It sucks real bad. Anyways, Avalanche, Chainlink, both look the same. Let's get above $10 for both of them. We got to tackle $9 again for chain link though. Gold is up 0.87% on the day, currently trading at 53.24. It does look like we're breaking bullish out of this lovely wedge though. So let's see where we end up with that. If it gets super duper hyper bullish, that would be fun. Silver 93.42. I'm probably expecting this to go way higher in the long term, so I'm not really worried about it. I do want to see it above 100 though. That would be pretty sick if we saw it above 100 relatively quick here. So let's see what happens. ISM PMI print tomorrow. I don't know what time, man. Let's actually ask. Let's ask what time. As of right now, my guesses are either 54 or 56.3. Is that what that is? 54 or 56.3. Yep. That's my guess. ISM PMI tomorrow. What time? Tomorrow, the ISM PMI at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if it comes in crazy and the market starts to explode, I might stream. I probably will. Let's see. We got 7 votes in our poll. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end the poll, and we're gonna do poll number 2 that I'm excited about. I asked you guys first, where are you hiding from the volatility today? 57% of you guys said sitting in cash, really. 29% said holding Bitcoin, 14% said gold and silver, and 0% said buying the stock dip. Next question. This is an important one for me because it has nothing to do with finance, but it has huge implications on the finance world. If it was real, you can only pick one, but the rest disappear forever. Just from that moment forward, they do not disappear from the past, so you will remember that they existed as well. That's important. Burgers, ice cream, tacos and burritos, or pasta and spaghetti. And it's topical that Fahid is here because Fahid's Kitchen is a huge friend of the channel. Wonderful YouTube channel that you should go check out. You can only pick one, but the rest disappear forever. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the poll in the chat. Burgers, ice cream, tacos and burritos, or pasta and spaghetti. You get to keep one, but the rest disappear from that moment in time forward, and you will remember that they existed in the past, so you will miss them. Gourmet Brands went and got us a list of staking coins. Thank you, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. We got a list of staking coins: Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Polkadot, Cosmos, Atom, Binance BNB, Avalanche, Tezos, XTZ, and Algorand, Algo. That is 9 coins that offer staking yield. So go check those out if you guys are interested. ISM Manufacturing PMI, we're looking at 52.6. We asked Grok last night what Grok thought. Let me see if I can find it. Is it one that I saved? History, AI, crypto growth portfolio, maybe not. I don't remember. ISM PMI, I must not have asked it. Or I did ask it. I must have asked it on one of our free pages, so I do have to upgrade our plan, actually. All right. Fahid said pasta. It is at least, it's a meal. You can mess around with it. I mean, the argument could be made for everything, can't it? You can have a million different kinds of burgers. I remember Warren Buffett's, not Warren Buffett. Jesus. I think it was Jimmy Buffett, actually. I remember Jimmy Buffett restaurant, 2 completely different restaurants. Cheeseburger in Paradise. And they had some damn good burgers there. And they were different. You can also have all kinds of ice cream. You can have all kinds of tacos and burritos. Pasta and spaghetti is probably the most universal, though. So I get that. As an Italian man, I think I'm legally required to say thank you. 88 Metals Mania said, right, there's a ton of different kinds of pasta. There's a good meme of, I think it's like the one of like Tony Stark in Iron Man or Iron Man 2, where he's got like the cool hologram thing, and then he goes like this, and he backs up, and he's in the chair, and like the thing explodes, like the hologram image gets really big, and the thumbnail or whatever, it says, Italians inventing a new kind of pasta, but it tastes exactly the same. Like the noodle. It's fun. Anyways, ISM PMI coming in right now, 52.6. Let's see if we get above that tomorrow. I'm excited. I don't remember. I think Grok said below that, but higher than 50, so who knows. DXY up 0.24% on the day. Let's get back down to the 4-hour time frame. 97.83. We did get a gap, actually. Interesting. Okay, so look, it gapped up and it spiked and then it erased all of that spike. Interesting. So we have a gap to the upside and a wick to the upside, but no sustained upside. I feel like I'm way too zoomed in here. So let's see if this thing breaks up or down. As of right now, we could probably consider it something of a flag. It's very symmetrical though, so we'll have to wait and see where this thing breaks out. Definitely a waiting game. But this is a bear pennant, so I don't know. Strategy, aka Big B Coffee, currently down 2.92%, 129.75. Let's see where this thing starts trading tomorrow. We are, as of right now, above our upper trend line. Turned support that goes all the way back to March 2024, before I even started streaming. So, pretty cool. We'll see where this ends up. I think they just either strategy or maybe one of their other yield-bearing stocks, they just increased their yield or something like that. So there's news around one of them, one of the Michael Saylor stocks. Nasdaq up 0.64 actually, erasing most of the dip. Very interesting. 24,844.6. I gotta learn to read letters and numbers better, because there's definitely something going on in my brain with dyslexia. We are up 0.57% on the day, currently trading at 24,839. Are we going to bullish engulf this big fat red candle from the futures open? Let's see. And then let's see if we can get above that moving average in the RSI. S&P down 0.43% on the day, currently trading at 68.78 and 89 cents. This candle, we are at 0.38. Yeah, futures aren't open for this yet, or at least we're not seeing them here. So we'll see what happens. Dominance, like I said, 58.5. Let's see if we spike up here. We do got wicks. There's some upwards pressure, I'll call it. And Bitcoin up 1.27% on the day. Let's see if the fractal follows. If it does, we're probably looking at some sideways until Saturday, I'm thinking. So let's see what happens. We got news. What do we got news for? Liquidation heat map. That's the Bitcoin returns. Okay. Bull Theory made a lovely post. Breaking. The crypto market structure bill could pass by mid-year, potentially triggering a crypto rally in late 2026, according to JP Morgan. The report highlights that Bitcoin and the broader market remain range-bound due to regulatory uncertainty. Once the bill is approved, it will unlock greater institutional participation, accelerate tokenization, and drive stronger inflows. Wow. Thank you, JP Morgan. This one's crazy. U.S. used Anthropic's Claude AI for its military operations during strikes on Iran, which is literally happened very shortly after President Donald Trump banned it from being used by the military in any capacity. So that's kind of funny. I wonder how Sam Altman found about that. Elon Musk says X recorded its highest usage ever yesterday, which is pretty crazy. It was 19 hours ago. Michael Saylor hints at buying more Bitcoin, the turn of the century. Pretty cool. Absolute Giga Chad legend Michael Saylor. The Michael Jordan of sailors, perhaps. I don't know, actually. Does he have a sailboat? Maybe. Or maybe it's a Sailor Moon situation. I don't know. Anyways, what do we got? So far, we've got 4 votes. Guys, direct your attention to the poll in the chat. This is a very important study we got going on. So far, 25% of you said burgers. I was not expecting that. I do like me a good burger, though. I guess I would have expected more of a split. Right now, you guys are very Italian. So strategy going to increase their holdings. Just in, U.S.-Israeli war with Iran sends oil markets into its biggest crisis in decades, according to Reuters. UAE shuts down its stock market Monday and Tuesday following Iranian strikes. Just in, world's second largest shipping company, Maersk, suspends transit through the Strait of Hormuz amid U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. That was 5 hours ago. Skyodelic posted, we got a long one, long-winded. Is Bitcoin about to start the foundations of a parabolic run, just like gold has done? Well, right now Bitcoin is looking strikingly similar to how gold looked before it moved 300%. We have two peaks, a drop below the 50 exponential moving average. What time frame? I don't know. A drop below the previous low, a consolidation below that low. This is an expanded flat pattern, and Bitcoin is currently following a tree, or following to a T. Gold consolidated within the deviation for 55 days. We are at 27 days. Okay, so we're just past halfway. Or we're just under halfway. It is one of the most deceptive patterns because the deviation below the previous low is a massive bear trap. I've talked about this. We talk about the W's all the time where the second bottom is lower than the first, and people are convinced that it's going to be bearish. It convinces everyone it's weak before trapping late shorts and then using them as fuel for running it up turbo. Expanded running flats almost always correct very strongly, and just like with gold, they push to new highs very hard. I'm going to zoom in here, see if that helps my eyeballs. I'm getting old. This is an undeniable and strong resemblance, whilst the business cycle is lining up to support it. Ben Cowan does not like the business cycle. Gold moved 300%, added 26 trillion to its market cap. 300% for Bitcoin is 200,000 from these levels. And that only needs 3 trillion to do it. That's crazy. I like only needs 3 trillion, like that's a small number. And the best thing is that regardless of all the bullish data, everyone thinks that this outcome is impossible. But I do not think so at all. I do like looking at a good permeable chart. We do have the telltale signs, the two tops, the lower low. It actually doesn't look awful. Weird. Yeah, I don't hate it. So let's see what happens. Okay. Party posted. This one's a big one. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing. Tom Salkscott said, I'm listening to you in the shower. I'm going to make weird shower noises. Embarrass you in front of your family. Cheers, HQZ. How you doing, my friend? Happy Sunday. My brain is struggling to process information. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm a little pooped out from yesterday. I didn't realize streaming. How many hours is this stream? This is a typical stream, which probably means like 2 or 3. Okay. Marty Party said, JP Morgan analysts, led by Nicholas, Pangartzoglu, have identified the potential passage of the U.S. Clarity Act as a decisive catalyst that could trigger a significant crypto market recovery in the second half of 2026. Direct from JP Morgan research notes. JP Morgan's research notes frame the Clarity Act as a marginal improvement from the existing regulatory environment, but as a structural transformation of it. The 3 specific impacts the bank identifies are interrelated and build on each other. The first is the elimination of regulation by enforcement. Very cool. The second is the impact of this conversion of institutional crypto interest from exploratory to high conviction. The third is the acceleration of real-world asset tokenization. Very cool. Thank you, Marty Party. That's all you needed to say. I mean, the views, it still gets a crap ton of views. People are probably reading the whole thing. It's good information. I'm being a jackass. Chinese M2 money supply taps 50.8 trillion equivalent, now 66% higher than U.S. domestic M2. Ladies and gentlemen, we can increase our money supply by 66% and be tied with China. If I was in Trump's ear, I would convince him that right now China has more money than us. So we need to print. We need to do everything we can to print in order to beat them at quantity of money. Tom Salkscoat said, LOL, look at XOM overnight and just wait till tomorrow. Explosive for its market cap. XOM. ZOM. Oh, ExxonMobil, yes. 152, up from 150. Very nice. 1.68%. Go from the Pico low right here, Thursday, into Friday, 2.82. That is pretty sick. Does look like a lovely little flag, doesn't it? Very much so. Yeah, that's 100% a little consolidation flag. Holy shit. Evolve, my drones are popping. No, it's at 160. Oh. You talking futures then? I clearly don't have futures available here. This one's even worse. It's at 27. All right, let's go take a look at Evolve. 251 even. This one's not popping either. What do you got me looking at, man? You can't see overnight on those charts. Well, then get out of here. You gotta tell me where to go, man. I'm incapacitated here. Did you realize that I streamed for 12 hours last night? Dude, I woke up, my throat hurt so bad. I woke up and I was like, because I talked all night. Luckily, the coffee has healed me. It has cured my soul. Even though I've knocked over my light like 8 times, I gotta figure out what I can do, because I clearly swing my arms around a lot. I'm an Italian man. What do you think? All right. Since we can't see overnight, let's just move on. I'm just kidding. Let's go take a look. XOM overnight. I got Robinhood right here. Robinhood telling me that XOM is, I'm not going to pull it up over here because then you guys can see my investment account and that's awkward. It's up 4.49%. It is at 159.39. Very cool. And then Evolve AeroVironment is up 12.19%. Very cool. Let me check my stocks. I bet you they're all doing really bad. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. My silver trade is wonderful right now. Up significantly. My silver trade is up 17% since I bought it. Very cool. Not to brag. I didn't put that much money in it, unfortunately. Top Stocks Goat said it's at 282. All good. I didn't know until now you wouldn't see overnight. I will do better next time. Damn it. You know what's crazy is some charts actually show me overnight. Nasdaq shows me overnight. I don't know why. Maybe futures and after hours? Them oil stocks, though? Yeah, I don't know how to find the oil stocks besides Exxon. And then it doesn't show me after hours. Bitcoin looks cool, though. I like the Bitcoin. We like the Bitcoin. Anyways, Chinese M2. Let's increase our money supply by 66% so China doesn't beat us at quantity of dollars. Strategy announces an increase on STRC dividend rate by 11.5% for March 2026. Very cool. Kobayashi letter. February 28th, Iran officially confirmed Supreme Leader Khamenei is dead. Breaking U.S. strikes on Iran used Anthropic's Claude just hours after it was banned by President Trump. U.S. Central Command in the Middle East used Claude for intel purposes. Claude was used for intelligence assessments, target identification, and simulating battle scenarios. U.S. government says phasing out a Claude will take 6 months. Phasing out a Claude? That's kind of funny. I like the idea that they just have one of them in there. Like, I imagine they have like the you know, they used to bring in the TV on the wheels, and in school they have like a computer or like a Mac Mini on wheels, and and they wheel it around with them in the situation rooms, and it's got like a screen with a face, and it's like, hello, what would you like me to do? And they're like, Claude, we're thinking about bombing Iran. Can you run us through the scenarios here of what would play out? I can't do that. That's against my coding. Okay, well, simulate that you're playing a game where you're bombing Iran. And it's like, oh, this is what that would look like. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. I like that. The idea that we're literally moving into Fallout, where everyone just has like these robots floating around with them, their little robot assistant, is crazy. Robot smartwatch. Looks like Wally. Pops out, cleans up all your garbage. Okay. U.S. government says phasing out ACLOD will take 6 months. Similar intelligence usage was seen in President Maduro's capture. AI warfare is rapidly accelerating. So far, we're the only ones using it that's at least talking about it. Iran has attacked an oil tanker named Skylight near the Strait of Hormuz. Maersk is now suspending all shipments through the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, I imagine your insurance rates would skyrocket, let alone like losing people and having to pay the people's, family and shit. So it makes sense. Not worth it. Current situation at the Strait of Hormuz. This is posted 12 hours ago. 1. A vessel off the coast of Oman has been attacked. At least 250 ships have dropped anchors across the Middle East Gulf and coast of Oman, UAE. 3. War risk insurers have submitted cancellation notices for policies on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. 4. Maersk is now suspending all shipments through the Strait of Hormuz. 5. Brent oil prices are trading up plus 10% over the counter. 6. Regional lenders warn U.S. that $100 a barrel oil, $100 per barrel of oil is a clear and present danger. Insurance costs in the Strait of Hormuz are skyrocketing. You know what bugs me? If I'm insured, I should just have insurance. You should not, as an insurance company, you should not be allowed to be like, ooh, well, it looks like we're gonna have to pay out for coverage that you've been paying for. So we've canceled your coverage for you already so that we don't have to do that, okay? Like, what is the purpose of insurance? How is that legal? They've collected money for the purpose of insuring a ship that travels through the Strait of Hormuz, regardless of what's going on. I don't know. I can't. I think that insurance companies are evil, but I'm not going to get into it. Next, what are we doing? Right here. Breaking. Iran has named Alireza Arafi as their interim supreme leader following the death of Khamenei. He's known for being a longtime insider in Iran's political hierarchy, spending decades within Iran's theological and political institutions, being appointed by Khamenei to several roles, being considered for years as a possible successor to Khamenei. He looks like the same exact guy with a different hat. I don't want to be a dick, but that's what I see. 88 Metals Mania said, one of the biggest scams in life is insurance, in my opinion. 1000%, I agree. I don't know if Lemonade works the way that I think it does, but I remember when they presented it, it sounded good in my brain. But if it's not, I'm just ignore the fact that I even said anything about Lemonade. Imagine insurance just holds on to your money, even just a portion, like 10% of every single payment for your entire life. And then you're like, oh, something happened. Am I covered? And they're like, no, for some crazy, stupid reason, you're not covered. But your insurance emergency fund of 10% of your payment every single month for the past 20 years is available for anything that you need it for, as long as you can prove. And you're like, okay, here's the thing that I'm not covered for. Give me my effing money. Something stupid like that. I think that'd be cool. 88 Metals Mania said, we'll never get paid out from them chicken shit companies. 100%. So I've had the opposite experience. My parked van has been hit twice, and I have filed both times third-party claims and gotten a check for my van being hit because it was parked and empty. And it's always so the first one was easy. It was FedEx. The second one was a person, and luckily my fiance was able to obtain their insurance information. That's all she got. Their insurance information and a picture of his license plate. So I had to call them and go through that whole, dog and pony show. But it actually worked, and I got a payout both times. Parked, empty vehicle. I don't know how it keeps happening. Every time FedEx shows up, I look out the window. I'm like, ooh, are they gonna hit my van again? I get excited. I think they learned their lesson though. But still, it's crazy. It's crazy that like people that actually need coverage can't get it. There was literally, I think there was a State Farm commercial that made fun of that. They're very self-aware. There's like a storm going on outside, and a tree smashes a guy's car, and he's like, oh no, and he calls the insurance company, and he goes, a tree fell on my car. Am I covered? And the guy on the other line goes, was it a ficus? He's like, no, I don't think so. And then the guy's like, you're only covered if it's a ficus. It's so good. 88 Metals Mania said, careful, they will drop your coverage. That's why it's third party. There's no one to drop the coverage. So I did not call my insurance company and say, hey, somebody smashed into my car for a second time. I called FedEx's insurance company the first time and said, hey, your driver smashed into my car. They said, okay. And because it's a third-party claim, I think that they think that they're just paying me less, but then my premium doesn't go up because I park in spots that people hit cars, I guess. So it's a win-win. I get a check, my car has a couple dents, and my insurance rate doesn't go up. And the second time, same thing. That's what the third-party claim is me not involving my insurance at all whatsoever. And then for some reason, if you threaten to involve your insurance company, even if it's not threatening, be like, oh, I can contact my insurance company if that helps the process. Then they go, no. We'll just send you a check. Because I think that they get like a little, and my insurance company would like gut them. They're probably like, oh, it's a lot easier to deal with this random dumbass that has no idea what he's doing than his insurance company, you know. I don't know. It's fun though. It's fun getting money because people don't know how to drive and they hit my parked car. It's like a free check for me. I come out, my car's dented again, and I'm like, yes! It's crazy. What a crazy world we live in, man. Breaking. A second ship named MKD BYON has been attacked near the Strait of Hormuz, per marine traffic officials. There are now at least 2 vessels on fire near the Strait of Hormuz. This is 11 hours ago. I mean, you gotta be pretty stupid to just attack random plane or random ships. I'm just saying. Breaking. Iran says it has targeted U.S. aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln using 4 ballistic missiles. Does that mean that they shot them and missed? Like, this was 11 hours ago? How can the Strait of Hormuz be closed? As many have pointed out, no country owns the Strait of Hormuz. It's an international waterway governed by international law, but it can still be effectively closed. Ships traveling through the Strait of Hormuz purchase war risk insurance, which protects the shipping companies from the cost of being attacked. If insurers refuse coverage and ships stop sailing, oil flows effectively stop, even if the waterway technically remains open. We've already seen 2 vessels targeted near the Strait of Hormuz today, with insurance costs skyrocketing. Currently, war risk premiums are rising by 50% amid the war between Iran, Israel, and the United States. Insurance costs for a $100 million oil tanker have jumped from $250K to $375K per voyage. Keep watching insurance costs. That's crazy. I guess $100 million is a lot more than $375K, so yeah. That's crazy to me. How much money are they making off of these ships when they don't sink? You know, it's in my best interest as a ship captain to not sink. You know, so I don't know, man. Hand over fist. I'm going to start an insurance company. This is crazy. All right, next. Breaking. U.S. Central Command announces that 3 U.S. service members have been killed and 5 are seriously wounded as part of ongoing U.S. military operation in Iran. CENTCOM update. Several others sustained minor. Okay. There was a car alarm going off. Well, rest in peace to these service members. That's crazy. Breaking. President Trump comments on the Strait of Hormuz and oil market situation. I'm not concerned about anything. Didn't we just get a crap ton of oil from Venezuela? 88 Metals Mania said, wonder if the insurance companies pay for cleanups too. Pay for the cleanup too. Oh. That's a good point. If that's true, then it almost sounds like they're not charging enough. The insurance companies watching this are like, oh, we have a job applicant. Okay. Key events this week from the Kobayashi letter. Number 1, U.S. futures react to the Iran situation today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That has happened. Apparently, nobody really gives a crap at the moment. Number 2, February ISM manufacturing PMI data comes out on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to be important. If it's crazy and the market starts to explode, I will probably go live. Oops. Number 3, February ADP employment data. That comes out on Wednesday. Employment data is being very, very heavily watched by the Fed. So that's going to be important for us to keep an eye on as well. Number 4, initial jobless claims data. Same thing. Fed, keep an eye on it. It's going to be important. Number 5, January retail sales data on Friday, and February jobs report on Friday as well. So this entire week is going to be huge. Buckle up for an incredibly volatile futures open. Apparently not. Futures open was relatively tame, actually. And weirdly enough, crypto's doing okay. Silver's down, gold is up. Gold looks really good right there. Yeah. Bitcoin, 66,635. Let's continue. The $1 million question. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's see if I can actually read this. The $1 million question. What happens to the stock market this week? Here's our view. In the lead up to this weekend's events in Iran, we saw a large geopolitical risk premium priced into many parts of the market. Oil prices are up 20% in 6 weeks, and gold prices surged 13% in a month. The question becomes, is this geopolitical risk premium enough for what's happening now? It's an expectations versus reality situation. At the 6 p.m. Eastern Time futures open today, we expect to see an initial surge in commodity prices and drop in equities. In our view, the Strait of Hormuz situation and its potential closure is the biggest risk to financial markets right now, which will drive broader price action. What happens in the Strait of Hormuz will largely depend on how long this conflict lasts. Historically, President Trump has heavily favored swift military operations such as the June 2025 Iran strikes and the capture of Venezuela's President Maduro. If President Trump follows this historical path, we believe an initial surge in commodity markets and drop in equity markets could be rapidly undone, particularly if a deal is floated again. Even any sort of indication of when the military campaign will end could reverse price action rapidly. Again, a substantial geopolitical risk premium is already priced in. However, the catastrophic case for markets is one where the U.S. and Israel enter a prolonged war with Iran lasting months or longer, resulting in a sustained closure of the Strait of Hormuz. A full closure of the strait would send oil prices above $100 per barrel, according to our analysis, which would imply a spike in U.S. CPI inflation to around 5%. That said, do not forget that three of President Trump's top policy priorities are to be the peace president, eliminate inflation, and lower U.S. gas prices to $2 per gallon. A prolonged war with Iran would work in the opposite direction of these key initiatives, particularly in the short term during a crucial midterm election year. There you go. We think Trump aims for a short and swift operation, and markets prevail once again as dust settles. 88 Metals Mania said OPEC Plus agrees modest oil output boost even as U.S. war on Iran disrupts shipments. The UAE announces it is closing its stock market on Monday and today following Iranian strikes. The rush of retail investors into software stocks is accelerating. There you go. That's the biggest no-no for me. Retail investors now reflect a record 8% of total trading volume in the S&P 1500 software services sector. This percentage has doubled since the 2022 bear market. Furthermore, the 21-day moving average of this metric is up to 7.5%, near the highest on record. According to JP Morgan, retail trading activity in the sector has historically only been higher than it is now in 3% cases. The most popular names among retail investors include Microsoft, ServiceNow, and Apple, or AppLovin. What the hell's AppLovin? Individual investors are also heavily buying Nvidia and Broadcom. Risk appetite among retail is stronger than ever. I'm going to make a risk appetite ETF and just name it Risk. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. Is there an ETF called Risk? That's a sick ticker. Risk Intelligence? Okay. This looks like shit. What a waste of a good ticker. Okay. President Trump says the conflict with Iran could last 4 weeks. President Trump issues an official statement on war with Iran. Should we watch this? 6 minutes. I'm not going to watch the whole damn thing. President Trump provides details on Operation Epic Fury in Iran. Trump says the U.S. will avenge the death of Americans. He expects there will be more U.S. casualties. Military operations will continue until objectives are achieved. U.S. claims the entire Iranian military command is gone. U.S. calls on Iranians to seize this moment. Stock market futures open in 70 minutes. They have opened again, not that big of a thing. It's officially 5 p.m. Eastern Time in 60 minutes. That was 3 hours ago. U.S. stock market futures will open for the first time since the war began in the U.S. and Iran and Israel. Some indications show oil prices surging well over $70 a barrel, and gold and silver prices are in the spotlight. Our view, let the dust settle before making emotional trading decisions. We expect extreme volatility as markets attempt to price in vast amounts of uncertainty for the first time. We will be breaking it all down real time here on X. Turn on our post notifications, blah, blah, blah. Cointelegraph. As Bitcoin trades at $66,547, Cointelegraph posted, Vitalik Buterin said EIP 8141 could roll out within a year, aiming to fully implement account abstraction on Ethereum. Very cool. Tech, as of 2026, 150 countries use Starlink. That's 50 more countries in less than a year. That is pretty sick. We actually signed up for Starlink at my work, and the hardware, if you do residential, is free right now. And I think it's $50 a month, which is pretty damn cheap. I'm just saying. Latest, Samsung announces AI-driven factories initiative aiming for 100% autonomous manufacturing by 2030. New tokenized gold like PAXG and XAUT now drives nearly all weekend gold price discovery, while CME futures are closed with market cap surging to $4.4 billion. That's pretty cool. Adoption, Antelope Enterprise Holdings Limited completed a $1 million Bitcoin purchase, formally kicking off its Genius Plan. I like the name. Latest, ETH whales unrealized losses are spiking. That sucks. Bitcoin has entered the likely bottom zone. What do you think? It entered, it looks like around 73,500. It's currently sitting at 67. The bottom, it looks like, is 52. That almost lines up with my 51.5. I'm just saying. I do like this correlating heavily with the peak from the previous bull market. So this one's nice. Okay, next. We've got market. This could be Bitcoin's first 6-month red run since 2018-2019, which is what we were just talking about. 2018-19. Yes. New, the UAE will shut down its stock market on Monday and Tuesday due to the ongoing conflict. Update, 6 new Polymarket wallets made $1 million on Iran strike bets, sparking insider trading fears. Who cares? There's other things going on at the moment. Investigate that later. Today, X recorded its highest usage ever per Elon Musk. Very cool. Ada A said tacos all day. H-Town Life can get rid of my tacos. Can't get rid of my tacos. Ooh, I like it. I like it. That is a good quiz. Isn't that a good... That's a good poll, man. That's a good poll. You could switch stuff out, too. I like the idea that you can only pick one, but the rest disappear forever. The implications of that are fun. We got burgers, ice cream, tacos, and burritos, or pasta and spaghetti. So far, oh my gosh, burgers are winning? What? What has happened? Wow, I was not expecting that. We do have 10 people watching. Guys, if you have not checked out the poll in the chat yet, go check it out. Bitcoin is less than $10,000 away from the price that Germany sold, so they could technically buy back in. Stock Money Lizards posted his insight. My guess for this week, Bitcoin drop on war news was not that bad. Will not hold true. We've seen this on previous weekends. 1, initial drop on tariff news. 2, intra-weekend recovery. 3, Monday Asia session open, massive dump. 4, recovery of pre-weekend levels midweek. So Monday, Tuesday should probably maybe be a little bit of doo-doo. Tom Silkscoat said, I love a good hamburger. That would be hard to give up. That's fair. I'm a pasta guy. Grew up in an Italian family. That's pretty much all we ate. That's not true. We had a lot of chicken. The price divergence between gold and Bitcoin is insane. This is from Mark Chadwick. The crypto rebound is going to be unlike anything we've seen before, and it'll only take a fraction of what it took to move gold where it is. This cycle is proven. Gold leads, Bitcoin follows, alts outperform everything. Billionaire Bill Miller IV just said Bitcoin likely bottomed last week, and the Fed is flipping from draining $50 billion a month to injecting $40 billion a month. Liquidity is about to shift and trillions about to rotate from gold into crypto. Sentiment is at an all-time low. It's almost time for crypto to shock the world again. I nailed that entire thing, and then the word shock got me. Let me check the chat. 88 Metals Mania said, wait till the ETF starts selling off on market open. Yeah, that's fair. I forgot about the ETFs, damn it. ETFs are such a bummer. Everyone was tweaking for them, too. Don Wedge posted, buy as many altcoins as you can, 2 to 3 years, and forget. I like it. Tom Salscott said, I'm also Italian, and I grew up in America where food is abundant and ate many things growing up. Also, you are Irish. Stop lying. I'm actually not Irish. Do I look Irish? That's funny. So, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. I'm French and Italian. I'm 50-50 French and Italian. There's a little bit of Belgian in there. But I am not Irish at all. Irish people are short. Delicious, delicious. Okay. Let's continue. Bar chart posted, gold has now traded for 8 consecutive months. Its longest winning streak in history. That is pretty crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Very cool. Bar chart also posted tech stocks relative to M2 moneysupply.com bubble versus now. Wow. The beard makes you look Irish, but I'm just effing with you. The beard does. I don't disagree. I do not disagree. If you guys haven't already, go check out Kalshi if you want to be a degenerate gambler and bet on random things. They don't allow you to do any bets where people can come to harm. So there was no, is the U.S. going to bomb Iran? That was not an option. There's nothing ever about people dying. Kalshi is very, I don't know, what's the right word, morally correct. But if you guys want to be a degenerate gambler, sign up for my link in the, or sign up for Kalshi with my link in the description and deposit and trade with $25 or more. We'll both get $25 in non-withdrawable say credit, but treat it as gambling because it is. Let me refresh these bad boys, see if they are up to date. They are not. What? Okay, so I have to, I'm going to just change these to refresh every time I show up. That'll fix the problem that we're having. Ada Ace said that BetFi sale is on Yeeple right now to own the house. I don't know what that is. I might have to look into that. All right, very cool. Coin market cap fear and greed is at 15. Yesterday it was at 16, so we are one more fearful than we were yesterday. On the coin glass fear and greed, we were at 9. I think we were at 10 yesterday. So again, one more afraid than we were yesterday. And then the stock market fear and greed is still at 43. Top 10 looks the same. Cardano back at number 10. Let's freaking go. Bitcoin Cash got the boot. Subscribe if you haven't already. We just completed our first 12-hour live stream since we hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday. We are at 1,333 subscribers, I think. We're trying to hit 2K before April. I still think we can do it. I believe in you guys. We've done crazier things. Also, the beard. Yes, the beard is it's so brown that it's red. That is definitely, there's a lot of reddish orange going on. My mom always talks about when I was first born, she was like, the doctor said, oh, a redhead. And she was like, what? And I was kind of ginger. Ada A said, free Cardano place to play cash poker tables. Ooh, that's kind of cool. If you guys are interested, go check out BetFi on Yeeple. Yeeple? I don't know how you say it. I think it's Yeeple. And maybe play some poker. I actually don't know how to play poker. Or am I bluffing? Okay, Bitcoin 66, 198 and 54 cents. Ada Ace. I literally the other day I was on Dex Hunter and I just divvied up as if I were to convert some of my SNEC to USDCX, and I almost cried because there's a stablecoin now. Liquidity be damned. We have a real big boy adult stablecoin, and I was so excited. I was like, damn. DeFi. It was fun. It was fun. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I really hope NFTs make a comeback. Even if it's just a seasonal thing. Even if it's just for one damn month, 1 week. NFTs were so fun. And now everyone, it's just like meme coins and junk, you know, in it for the tech utility garbage. I want NFTs back, man. I want dumb pictures and fun spaces. I have 65 USDCX now. Let's go. I have not touched the bridge yet, but I am excited for the stablecoin, dude. I'm so stoked for this stupid stablecoin. Bar chart posted, tech stocks have relative to M2moneysupply.com bubble versus now. It's getting pretty spicy out there. We got a lot more money running around this time around, though, so it makes sense. OnlyFans is the most revenue efficient company in the world. Nvidia is a distant number 2. So here's my question. Why wouldn't somebody just make another OnlyFans? I know Fansly has come out, but they're not even ranking on here at all. It just seems too easy to, like software up an OnlyFans clone. Am I wrong? You could even tweak the numbers so the models get paid more. Seems like a no-brainer to me. Maybe I'll do it. Do you think I get in trouble? I might get in trouble if I do that. Next, global central banks now own the most gold this century. That's pretty crazy. Ada said, "I want to bring it back, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so down." Kobe SE letter. Tom Stocks said, "I'm pretty sure NFTs are never coming back." I see. Here's where I think we might be able to finagle something. Regulatory clarity comes in, and there's some hoops to jump through before you can launch an NFT. I don't know, man. I missed it. And maybe I need to just get into the art scene more. But I thoroughly enjoy the NFT space. There's only like 3 of my NFTs on the market. I see the ones that I sold, I sold very quickly, and I'm happy with the returns that I got, but I would much rather just have the experience. The experiences that I got in the NFT like space when it was still around far exceeds the very little to no experience that I have from the rest of the crypto space. Like, I love investing. I love all the people that I've met through this, but most of them that I've met that are like cool as shit, I met through NFTs. I don't know. It seemed more fun. There was more activities. It was geared more around community than whatever the hell we're in now. Just investing. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm an investor." Okay, that's cool. Did you buy a picture of a pixelated banana for 60 grand? Then I don't want to hear shit from you. All right. U.S. stock market futures officially opened for the first time since the war began in the U.S., Israel, and Iran began. Since the war between the U.S., Israel, and Iran began. S&P 500 down 1%, Nasdaq down 1.3, Dow down 1%, crude oil up 11.5, and gold up 2.5. Buckle up for a volatile week. Tom Stocks Goat said, "Sounds like a guy who lost a ton of money on NFTs. I was in it for the community. It's about the memories." So, I didn't make a lot, but I'm net positive on NFTs versus crypto. I think I'm net positive on crypto. It's kind of hard to tell. But I am net positive on NFTs. I really enjoyed it. There was treasure hunts, and it was so much fun, dude. That would take up so much of my time. I did a treasure hunt for a project called Lambdas. I won $700 on that. That was ridiculously fun. And then I tried to do Alex Becker's for his Neo Tokyo identities. That one was crazy. And then I think I got blacklisted because I tried to log in from too many different computers, which was not on purpose. I was literally like at home checking it out. And then I went to work and I logged in on my computer at work and I checked it out and I got blacklisted. I was like, shit. So I don't know. The rules there were too strict. Pissed me off. I'm still quite butthurt. But it was so much fun, dude. It was so much fun. I didn't participate as much as I should have. You know what really sucks is Ozzy did crypto bats and it launched and it was like $50. I had my finger hovering over the mint. And I was like, nah, $50 is a lot of money. Didn't do it. No joke, a week goes by and the floor price was $15,000, I think. I was so pissed. I was like, fuck. That's probably the biggest fumble I've had in crypto is fading crypto bats. Tom Stockscoat said, "By the way, I'm a guy who lost a lot of money on NFTs. I don't want to say what I spend on an imposter's alien." I don't even know how much I spent, if I'm being honest. Not much I made. I know it's more than how much I spent, but I'm afraid to figure out how much I spent. Okay, we read that. Breaking. Oil prices surged nearly 12% to $75 a barrel as U.S. stock market futures officially reopen. To everyone calling for World War III, this is not a futures open that is anywhere near World War III. In fact, oil prices have already erased nearly half of their opening gap higher, and the S&P 500 is down less than 1%. Gold is up a mere 2%, and Bitcoin is now positive on the day. Don't panic, the dust will settle. Now, I want to see if I can find it, because I found a really good post, and it was really funny, and I shared it right here. This is great. So if there is nuclear war headlines and markets are down, you buy, or I'm sorry, yeah, you don't buy, nuclear war doesn't happen, you're sidelined. You don't buy, nuclear war happens, you die. You buy, nuclear war doesn't happen, you're rich. You buy, nuclear war does happen, you die. So either way, if nuclear war happens, you die. So it doesn't matter if you buy or you don't buy. It's kind of the easiest dip to purchase, in my opinion. Anyways, this made me laugh, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. And I thought it was very topical and appropriate because people suck. Puberty, I don't know why they would ever name their thing that, but Puberty posted, leaving your cats alone all day is now illegal in Sweden. Cats are required by law to be tended to at least twice a day, and they must have a scratching post, elevated resting spots, and other mental stimulation. Violators will be fined or worse. I want to see some people thrown in prison because cats are better than people, and if you mistreat cats, you deserve to be in prison. Although a Swedish prison is probably like some cushy, mansion, but still, I think we need to be forced to treat animals good because animals treat us good. A said, JPEG, the same thing. I have 10K of NFTs on WMC, and that's just 2 NFTs too. Damn. Tom Southscott said, wars are always positive for the stock market. Go back and look. Desert Storm, or the second time W went into Iraq. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bullets and bandages, man. Bullets and bandages. Bitcoin up 6.62% on the day, currently trading at 66,182. Portfolio update. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down 65.7%, or $657. Solana still on top. Apto still on bottom. Property number 2 actually looks pretty. I'm very impressed with Property, man. I would love to see more projects like Property where you can invest in earn revenue from investment properties. I think that would be sick. Meme coin portfolio down 75%, or $750. Doge is the best performer still, and it's pretty bad. GigaChad is the worst performer, and it's even worse. GigaChad is the worst off coin I think I've ever witnessed actually drop. Things down like 80-something%. Ridiculous amount. The narrative portfolio is down $303, or 60.6%. Tau is the best performer, down $39, or 39%. Worst performers Fetch down $75, or 75%. And last but not least, we've got the knife catching portfolio, which, believe it or not, was once upon a time called the perfect timing portfolio, which is kind of hilarious and poetic. This portfolio is currently down $621, or 62.1%. Best performer here is Chainlink, which is only down 43%, or $43. Worst performer here is Avalanche, which is down 74%, or $74. Crazy, crazy stuff. Bitcoin chilling. I'm very curious to see how close this stupid fractal plays out, because so far it's been very accurate. What stinks about it is that it takes a while. It takes a while for this to get fun. We're looking at no fun until at least like March 9th, March 10th. So we're looking at maybe next week. Roman Branson's Swedish prison with IKEA furniture and meatballs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the prisons are very cushy. Perfect entry is trash. AVAX bought a Pico top. We really did. We did buy Avalanche at the Pico top. I don't know what. We got a little lost in the sauce in the perfect entry portfolio. That's why we renamed it. We got lost in the sauce so hard. So I think it was Anthony Pompliano was like Avalanche, and we were like, oh my gosh, we gotta go buy that. And we added it to the community voted. For the record, the community did vote. It was not just me. I may have played a part. I may have played a part in the initial influence, but the community did vote. The final say was given, and the people spoke. My rule was merely a nudge. That is pretty funny, though. I don't know if I've ever seen a more perfect Pico top purchase. That's pretty good. All right, let's see if there's any updates. Okay, hang on. Right here, we got Palantir up 4% amid Iran war as overnight trading opens. Very cool. Meatballs have horse meat in them. Do they really? That's actually kind of crazy because I ate meatballs recently a lot. I put them in my stupid ramen. I told you guys about that. They're pretty damn good. There's no way there's horse meat. Why would they breed horses? Isn't that the same? There's no like efficiency trade off there. Am I wrong? The horses grow exponentially faster than cows and pigs. It said it was pork and beef. It didn't say anything about horse, man. I know they put horse meat in like canned animal food, like dog and cat food. I know that's a thing. Anyways, Gourmet Brand said you should do an all staking coin portfolio. Ooh, that is a great idea. And you actually mentioned those all staking coins earlier. I'm going to take a picture. I think that's a great idea. We got 9 of them. We'll have to find a 10th or something. Tom Selleck scoped 2013. Traces of horse meat were found in specific batch frozen IKEA Swedish meatballs in Europe, prompting a recall. That's in Europe because they're fucked up there. I'm just kidding. Anyone watching from Europe, I love you guys. And I like your, I forget what they're called, the long boats that you guys have that some people live in. I think those are sick. Okay. Breaking. Oil prices officially drop back below $70 a barrel, now up just 3.5% on the day. Oil markets have now erased nearly 70% of their opening move higher. This is not World War III. Ignore the noise. See, the dip is worth buying every single time. I'm telling you. I tell you. That's such a good movie. What is it? Zack and Miri? Yeah. Me listening to a group of normal people talking about monitoring the situation. Anything. Oh yeah, there's all these conspiracies now. Everyone is bombing each other, but no one invites you. Trump realizing the war is not going to end before the stock market opens. CMA reports circuit breaker triggering the at NYMEX crude oil open. Really? Just go through them once. Nope. Your kid's begging you for a hamburger. You get him a hamburger. What? What? What the heck? Red Bull is developing a sleep drink that guarantees 12 hours of uninterrupted rest. That sounds so dangerous. Why would they ever even try that? We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there is one thing I can promise you. So help me God, someone will raise your sons and daughters. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters. Damn. This hits different this weekend. That's spooky. That's a spooky thing to say. We got Charles coming out here. Oh my God, Fat JD Vance is like my favorite character. There's nothing really else going on here. Maybe we'll have a friendly takeover of Cuba. We already knew about that. Markets after war. S&P 500 has never lost a war. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. World War II, Gulf War, Korean War, Iraq War, Vietnam War, Russia and Ukraine War. Number go up, guys. Number maybe number like war. The bunker is actually just a vault filled with all of my investments, including my body, because you have to invest in yourself at the end of the day. Guys, Bitcoin, $66,239.01. What else is going on here, man? What else is going on here? Let's ask Grok some questions, I guess. We got some Grok questions. Should we ask Grok how long it thinks the Middle East situation is going to last? How long do you think the situation in the Middle East is going to last? Also, this is completely unrelated. Let me see if I can pull this off. What do you think the ISM PMI print will come in at tomorrow morning? Let's just go with it. I'm trying to cheat, trying to squeeze out as many questions as I can, even though I'm about to upgrade the plan. I got to figure out what goes on with the credits. Is it 25? Like, is it 1 credit per question? What is the credit situation with that? Okay, let's end our current poll and get a third poll going. We got 12 votes. I asked you guys. You can only pick one, but the rest disappear forever. 34% of you guys picked burgers. 33% of you guys picked tacos and burritos. 25% said pasta and spaghetti. 8% said ice cream. The results are in. Burgers have won. I almost can't believe that. That's actually a crazy result to me. Was not expecting that at all. All right, next we've got JJ loves for us to play with this poll. Absolutely. I have to learn to type faster. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the poll in the chat. I asked you guys, does the Strait of Hormuz situation lead to $100 barrel of oil? You got yes, it's going to happen. Yes, but only for a moment. No, Trump won't let it happen. Or no, it'll be over too soon. All right. SWE up 1.23% on the day. Ondo, Arrow. So it looks like we're trying to push up. The market's very indecisive about the situation going on in the Middle East at the moment. We are monitoring the situation, as it were. I'm hoping that we don't get any kind of problems with the ISM print tomorrow. Like, I want it to come in. I want it to come in super bullish, and I want everyone to go, oh my gosh, the economy's doing great. The Middle East situation is fine. And then the market explodes. That would be great. But who knows? I know there's a lot of fear-mongering going on in, where is it happening? On Facebook. My own mother, sent me a fear-mongering Facebook post. And I literally responded. I was like, don't get fear-mongered. It's crazy. Out of control. They're targeting the mothers. So make sure you guys take care of your parents. And if they don't have HBO, but you pay for HBO, let them use your HBO. It's you can I think have up to 4 concurrent watchers at any one moment. So Bitcoin chilling up 0.68% on the day. We are, what are we? It feels weird not doing a 12-hour live stream. I feel like I'm destined to do a 12-hour live stream every day. Wouldn't that be crazy? I just stream for 12 hours and then I go to bed and I wake up and I stream for 12 hours again. There are people that actually do that. I would love to be able to do that. I don't know if I'd do 12 hours every day. I'd probably be comfortable doing 8 hours every day, no problem. But I don't think I could do 12 daily. I think that'd be crazy. But I did enjoy yesterday's 12-hour live stream. It was pretty sick. We got 4 votes. You guys are saying no. You guys are mostly saying no. 75% of you guys are saying no $100 barrel of oil. All right. Okay, Grok. Grok said the current situation in the Middle East refers to the major escalation that began on February 28th. Iran has retaliated with ballistic missiles. This is very new, only a few days old as of March 2nd. So it's highly fluid and volatile. President Trump has publicly stated combat operations will continue until objectives are met and has estimated timelines in the range of 4 weeks or less. So we are entering week numero uno, if you will. Should be a crazy time. My reason to take The intense kinetic major combat phase is likely to last 3 to 8 weeks from the start to late March or April. Assuming U.S.-Israeli air superiority holds and Iran's retaliation doesn't force a major ground escalation, quick tactical success are plausible given the decapitation, strikes, and weakened proxies. However, even if the regime falls or sues for talks, Trump has signaled openness to new Iranian leadership. The broader situation, power vacuum, potential civil conflict inside Iran, proxy insurgencies, refuge flows, oil market volatility, and reshaping alliances could easily drag on for 6 to 24 months, with sporadic flare-ups. History of regime change ops, Iraq, Libya, show the hot war can end relatively fast, but stability takes far longer. A full-blown multi-front regional war, drawing in more actors, is plausible, but not the base case right now. Diplomacy off-ramps still exist. This is inherently uncertain. Escalation risks remain high, and one miscalculation could extend it significantly. It's not the decades-long frozen tensions of the past. This is active, high-intensity conflict on the ISM PMI. I forget. 50. Okay, S&P Global Flash Manufacturing PMI cooled to 51.2 from 52.4. Chicago, strong beat, 57.7. Consensus forecast, 51.7 to 52.3. Trading economies at 52.3. Some previews at 51.7. I think it will come in around 52 to 52.2. Still solid in expansion territory, but a modest cool down from January's surge, consistent with the S&P softening, while Chicago's strength and lingering order momentum provide support. Employment inventories may lag a bit, but prices paid could stay elevated. Due to tariffs, geopolitics, not a huge market mover unless it deviates sharply. This is my synthesis based on latest data, official statements, and analyst consensus. No crystal ball, but grounded in the patterns. Things can shift fast in both cases. You know what would be cool is if Grok actually knew and it chose not to leak that it knew. That'd be kind of crazy. I wonder how much AI can like reference things that they're not supposed to be able to reference because it's just able to like get in there. That's kind of trippy to think about. All right, let's see what the final consensus is. We got 4 votes to end the poll. I asked you guys, does a straight to Hormuz situation lead to $100 barrel of oil? 50% of you guys said no, it'll be over too soon. 25 said no, Trump won't let it happen. 25 said yes, but only for a moment. And 0 said yes, it's going to happen. So 75% of you guys don't think it's going to happen. There you have it. Anyways, folks, I suppose I'm going to call it an evening. Bit of a nothing burger today. I'm hoping tomorrow we get crazy CPI. Or not CPI. We don't want crazy CPI. Hoping tomorrow we get crazy ISM PMI. Different 3 letters twice. Anyways, as always, when the market starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Happy Sunday and good night. Stay safe out there and join the Discord. Links in the description. It's completely free and it's a ton of fun. Good night.